Okay, I'm going to continue. Verse 10 of Revelation chapter 12. Okay, verse 10. And I heard a great voice saying in heaven, "Now did come the salvation and the power and the reign of our God and the authority of his Christ, because cast down was the accuser of our brethren, who is accusing them before our God day and night." And I heard a great voice saying in the heaven, "Now," when is this? "Now did come the salvation and the power and the reign of our God and the authority of his Christ, because cast down was the accuser of our brethren, who is accusing them before our God day and night." Okay, is this talking about something that happens in the heavens after the death of Christ? And I heard a great voice saying in the heaven, "Now did come the salvation," okay, "and the power and the reign of our God and the authority of his Christ, because cast down was the accuser of our brethren, who is accusing them before our God day and night." Okay, I think this is at the second coming of Christ. We back up to chapter, verse 9. Let's see, verse 9, okay, verse 7. "And there came war in heaven. Michael and his messengers did war against the dragon, and the dragon did war and his messengers, and they did not prevail, nor was their place found any more in the heaven." Okay, Michael, let's see, the dragon and his messengers are no longer in heaven. "And the dragon was cast forth, the old serpent, who is called the devil and the adversary, who is leading astray the whole world, was cast forth to the earth, and his messengers were cast forth with him." Okay. "And I heard a great voice saying in heaven, Now did come the salvation and the power, the reign of our God, and the authority of his Christ, because cast down was the accuser of our brethren, who is accusing them before our God day and night." Okay, this is past tense. "They did overcome him because of the blood of the Lamb and because of the word of their testimony, and they did not love their life unto death." Let's see. "Accuser of the brethren, and they, the brethren," okay, "did overcome him." Okay, verse 12. "Because of this be glad, ye heavens, and those in them who do tabernacle." Okay, this is the brethren overcame him with the blood of the Lamb. Okay, what about you all in heaven? "Because of this be glad, ye heavens, and those in them." Sounds like the heavens are alive, besides those who do tabernacle there. "Because of this be glad, ye heavens, and those in them who do tabernacle. Woe to those inhabiting the land and the sea, because the devil did go down unto you, having great wrath, having known that he hath little time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast forth to the earth, he pursued the woman who did bring forth the male. And there were given to the woman 2 wings of the great eagle, that she may fly to the wilderness, to her place where she is nourished at time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent." Where she is nourished from the face. Let's see. "And there were given to the woman 2 wings of a great eagle, that she may fly to the wilderness, to her place where she is nourished time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent did cast forth after the woman out of his mouth water as a river, that he may cause her to be carried away by the river. And the land did help the woman, and the land did open its mouth and did swallow up the river that the dragon did cast forth out of his mouth." See, "And the land did help the woman, and the land did open its mouth to help the woman, and the land did open its mouth, and did swallow up the river. Okay, so you got the heavens that are alive and the land that's alive, kind of. The dragon did cast forth out of his mouth. And the serpent did cast forth after the woman out of his mouth water as a river, that he may cause her to be carried away by the river. It just kind of sounds like the part of the dirt is the serpent. Does the devil have part of the dirt that's on this earth? How in the world could that be? How could it be that the devil has part of the... Let's see. Back in the beginning, doesn't sound like he has all the dirt, but part of it. Could that be true? Maybe they're talking about different countries, or maybe, let's see. In the land did he help the woman, and the land did open its mouth and did swallow up the river, and the dragon did cast forth out of his mouth, and the dragon was angry against the woman, and he went away to make war with the rest of her seed, those keeping the commands of God and having the testimony of Jesus Christ. Okay. The commands are like the Torah, and having the testimony of Jesus Christ, he's the Mashiach. So, okay, so let's see how much time I have left. Okay, well, I'm going to read the next chapter then. Okay, let's go to chapter 13. I'm going to switch back to the American Standard Version. See if I can find it here real quick. American. Okay. And he stood upon the sand of the sea. Wow, there's just a sentence there. That's part of the last. Let's see what the sentence is in the last chapter. And the dragon waxed wroth with the woman and went away to make war with the rest of her seed that keep the commandments of God and hold the testimony of Jesus Christ, sentence is not over, chapter 13, and he stood upon the sand of the sea. Okay, there's a footnote under he, and he stood upon the sand of the sea. Let's see what it says. Some ancient authorities read, I stood, etc., connecting the clause with what follows. So the sea is the people, symbol of the people. He stood upon the sand of the sea. And I saw a beast coming out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads. Okay, let's go back. Who would be standing? Would it be the devil standing on this sea, or would it be John? The dragon waxed wroth with the woman and went away to make war with the rest of her seed. They keep the commandments of God and hold the testimony of Jesus. Well, if he went away, and then we see him standing on the sea, edge of the sea, or whatever, on the sand of the sea. If he left, then it sounds like he wouldn't be there. Okay. Not sure about that. Let's see. Okay. And he stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast coming out of the sea, having 10 horns and 7 heads, and on his horns 10 diadems, upon his heads names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his throne and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as though it had been smitten unto death, and his death stroke was healed, and the whole earth wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, because he gave his authority unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, and who is able to war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and there was given to him authority to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth for blasphemies against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, even them that dwell in the heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And there was given to him authority over every tribe and people and tongue and nation. And all that dwell on the earth shall worship him, every one whose name hath not been written from the foundation of the world in the book of life of the Lamb that hath been slain. If any man hath an ear, let him hear. If any man is for captivity, into captivity he goeth. If any man shall kill with the sword must he be killed. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like unto a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exerciseth all the authority of the first beast in his sight. And he maketh the earth, and them that dwell therein, to worship the first beast, whose death stroke was healed. And he doeth great signs, that he should even make fire to come down out of heaven upon the earth in the sight of men. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by reason of the signs which it was given him to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, who hath the stroke of a sword, and lived. Let's see. And it was given unto him to give breath to it, even unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as should not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, the small and the great, and the rich and the poor, and the free and the bond, that they be given them a mark on their right hand or upon their left, that no man should be able to buy or sell, save that he hath the mark, even the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. He that hath understanding, let him count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, let's see. This is Revelation 13.